Have you ever wished you could just give an AI a simple set of rules? You know, like a bouncer at a nightclub, to stop it from making some really expensive or maybe just embarrassing mistakes on autopilot? Well, today, we're going to do exactly that. We're going to learn a simple but really powerful way to build that bouncer. It's called the budget gate protocol.
Okay, I want you to just look at this number for a second. $5,000.
Now imagine you set up this amazing AI to automate all your company's expense reports. It's a lifesaver, right? It's saving you tons of time. And then, one day, a receipt for a $5,000 business lunch slides into the system.
And your AI, it doesn't even blink. It just approves it. Boom, the money is gone before a single human has a chance to see it. That's what we call a silent and very, very costly failure. So you gotta ask, why would this even happen? Is the AI just dumb? No, not at all, actually. The problem isn't the AI's intelligence. The problem is with our instructions. What we built was essentially a car without brakes. I mean, it did exactly what we told it to do, process receipts. But what we needed was a bouncer at the door, a system with rules that checks IDs and decides who gets in and who gets stopped.
And that right there is exactly what the budget gate protocol is. And listen, this isn't about writing complicated code, not at all. It's a simple but an incredibly powerful thinking tool for giving your AI that bouncer.
So what is it? Okay, the budget gate protocol. It's just a fancy name for using basic if this, then that logic right inside your AI prompts. Its whole purpose is to force the AI to check the data against your rules before it does anything, preventing those silent automated mistakes.
This quote absolutely nails the problem. We gave the AI a task, log the receipt, but we never gave it the critical judgment to go with it. We never told it what not to do.
So, how do we build this bouncer? How do we finally give our AI some breaks? Well, it's a super simple three-step process. Let's just walk through it together right now.
First, we define our rules. Simple enough. Then, we stack that logic right into our instructions for the AI. And finally, we just execute the prompt and watch our new bouncer get to work. Yep, it's really that straightforward. Okay, let's start with step 1, define. We have to turn our real-world business sense into simple, concrete rules that an AI can actually understand. So for our expense bot, let's say rule number 1 is that any lunch over $100 is just too much. And rule number 2, a receipt is totally invalid if it doesn't even have a merchant name. Simple, right? Clear and totally non-negotiable. Now for the really interesting part, building the bouncer's instructions. This is step 2, the stack. Just look at the table here. The logic is so simple. First row, if the merchant name is missing, then the AI just returns an error and aborts. It stops everything. Second row, if the total amount is more than our $100 rule, then it flags the receipt as over budget, so a human can check it out. And then the most important part, the last row, else. If neither of those things are true, then it knows everything's cool, and it approves it. That is our logic gate. Okay, we've defined the rules, we've built the gate, now it's time for the payoff. Let's run 2 very, very different receipts through our new system and see exactly how our bouncer handles them. Okay, on the left, a perfectly normal $40 receipt from Taco Bell. The AI checks. Does the name exist? Yep. Is it over $100? Nope. It passes both checks, so the output is approved. Easy. Now on the right, here comes our $5,000 problem receipt. The AI runs its checks again. Name exists. Yes. Is it over $100? A big, fat yes. So the output is flagged. See? The exact same logic, 2 different inputs, 2 perfectly correct outcomes. That is our bouncer doing its job.
So, the whole point of this isn't about turning you into a programmer. It's about learning to think like one just by creating these simple little safety nets for any automated tasks you're running. You can actually apply this way of thinking today with just 3 steps. First, identify the risk. Ask yourself, what's the worst-case scenario? What's that expensive surge I need to prevent? Second, write the gate. Just create a simple if-then rule to catch that risk. And finally, and this is so important, always define the else, what we call the happy path, so the AI knows exactly what to do when everything is going right. And this isn't just for budgets. I mean, think about it for a sec. Where else could you use a logic gate? For creative writing, right? If the word count goes over 500, then stop. Or for project management, if a task is marked urgent, then send me a notification. You could even use it to filter your email. The possibilities are literally everywhere. This way of thinking is a huge part of something called simplified technical programming. So if this was interesting, if this clicked for you and you want to dive deeper and get the full source material for building prompts just like this, you can find it all on Gumroad. I really hope this helps you build a smarter and definitely safer AI bouncer for whatever you're working on.